So the thing about discomfort isn't just pain. It's that edge. It's that stretch. It's that moment when your mind and your nervous system say nope, but your soul says yes, keep going. Hello and welcome to the Gratitude and Growth Podcast, your compass for a grateful and growth-filled life. I'm your host, Sarah Mittich. I'm an actor, a transformational life coach, and the founder of Gratitude and Growth. But above all, I am a wildly curious person, and I have spent over a decade researching and studying the worlds of mindset, somatics, spirituality, and self-discovery. All to understand why we do what we do, who we innately are, and how we actually become the person that we want to be. So whether you're driving or walking or just taking a break from your day, thank you so much for being here and for joining me as we explore what it is to be a human being in this lifetime. Hello, and welcome back to another episode. So today's topic I've wanted to talk about for a while. It's probably not the most glamorous one, but it is one of the most powerful ones. And that's discomfort. Yes, discomfort. This thing that we all try to avoid, mentally, physically, emotionally. I want to talk about why discomfort is so important and why I purposefully seek it out. No, not because I like pain or because I like to suffer. But because I've learned that the more I lean into discomfort, the more present, resilient, and grateful I have become. So if you too are on this journey of becoming who you want to be, the ability to sit and be with discomfort, instead of running from it, instead of fighting it, but to actually just be with it, is a game changer. So I want to talk about what discomfort is, how it shows up in our lives, why I intentionally seek it out, and how gratitude, yes, gratitude, makes all the difference. So the thing about discomfort isn't just pain. It's that edge. It's that stretch. It's that moment when your mind and your nervous system say nope, but your soul says yes, keep going. It shows up in the big moments, in grief, in change, in heartbreak, and it shows up in the smallest moments. Sitting still when your to-do list is screaming at you. Saying no when you're used to being a people pleaser. Speaking your truth even when your voice shakes. Discomfort is part of being alive. And avoiding it is what keeps us stuck. Okay, let me be real. I have a little confession. I have a bit of a fascination with discomfort, sometimes too much. But it's something that I actively seek out because I have seen what it gives me. It's not just about mental discipline and mental toughness. It's about clarity for me. It's about alignment. It's about trust in myself. So how do I do it? How do I seek it out? These are a few of the ways that I do. Cold plunges and cold showers. I'll talk about this in a bit. These are my least favorite, which is why I do them. Hot cold therapy in general. Breath work, meditation. Meditation is super cool for me because some days when I meditate, I hit bliss, euphoria, samadhi, super consciousness. And then other days, this is my biggest test in discomfort. It just depends who I am that day and what is going on in my world. Working out is another way that I push my comfort zone. Even things like in my bubble baths. I love my bubble baths. I try to do it as often as I can. They are my time to rest, to unwind, to relax. But sometimes I get the water really hot and I sit in there. I set a timer for 10 to 15 minutes and I don't let myself move a muscle I don't wipe the sweat that's running down my face. I don't do anything. These are just some of the ways that I push my comfort zone. And look, I have to put a disclaimer in here right now. These are the ways that work for me. Everybody is different. Please do what works for you. If you have any kind of condition, mentally, emotionally, physically, always consult your healthcare provider and just listen to your body. But these are some of the ways that I push my threshold, physically, mentally, and emotionally, so that when discomfort hits me in life, it doesn't shake me as much because I've trained for it. So on the physical side, I was a ballet dancer growing up. So I've always had some kind of relationship with physical discomfort. Sore muscles, long rehearsal days, blisters, it all just came as part of the package. But in the last few years, I've taken this to a whole new level. And the way I get through it, the way I get through those moments of discomfort, the way I grow through them is with one tool, and that's gratitude. Not the fluffy kind of gratitude. Not pretending that I love freezing my butt off in a cold plunge, but the kind of gratitude that brings me to presence. The kind that lets me appreciate what I am experiencing, even when I don't like it. Okay, so let's get to cold plunges, because I've been circling around it. Cold plunges are my nemesis and my greatest teacher. They are hands down the most uncomfortable thing for me. I do not enjoy being cold. It is my least favorite sensation, which is why I do this. Here's what it looks like for me. I don't just run and jump in. No. I make it intentional. I pause. I acknowledge the fact that I don't want to do this. I just say, yep, don't want to be doing this. I don't wrap any shame into it. And then I breathe. And then I have this little rule with myself. If I count to 3, I do the thing. I've had this since I was a teenager, and I've never broken it with myself. It is one of the greatest forms of self-trust that I have. So I pause, I breathe, I count 1, 2, 3, and then I step in. And usually my first thought is something like, damn it, depending on the day. But then immediately after, I say thank you. If I'm alone, I say it out loud. If I'm around other people, I say it internally. But I say thank you. I say thank you to the cold, to the moment, to the discomfort. Because in that exact moment, I'm with it. I'm with the discomfort. I'm not fighting it. And saying thank you shifts something for me. Gratitude helps me accept the discomfort. It separates me from it. There's me, and then there's the me that's uncomfortable. And when I can witness it with that kind of appreciation, I find strength. Not the ego strength, not that loud strength, but that quiet strength. That strength that says, I can sit with this. I can be with this. I let myself feel every single inch of the cold, and I appreciate it because it reminds me that I am alive. And it reminds me that nothing lasts forever. Discomfort is temporary, always. And so when I practice gratitude in these moments, in the cold plunges for this kind of hard stuff, I'm not just getting through it. I'm reminding myself that this too shall pass. And if this discomfort can pass, other discomforts in life will pass. And I think that is such a powerful mindset to have. But okay, this isn't just about cold plunges. This is about life. Because life's always going to throw you things that make you uncomfortable. Times of transition, the loss of a loved one, stress, anxiety. You can't fight it. You can't deny it. and you can't control it. And so the more you can train yourself to meet discomfort with presence and with gratitude, the less it knocks you down. The more you can say, okay, this is hard, but thank you for the lesson. Okay, this hurts, but thank you for what it's showing me and teaching me. Okay, this is really, really stretching me, but thank you for showing me who I am. And when you practice that over and over and over again, life becomes less scary. It becomes easier because you've proven to yourself that you can handle whatever comes. The thing about discomfort is it isn't bad. Discomfort is growth in motion. Okay, so for your challenge this week, if you choose to accept it, I want you to seek out one small moment of discomfort, and I want you to thank it. So that could be finishing the last minute of your workout. That could be having a hard conversation. It could be taking a cold shower. It could be sitting still when all you want to do is scroll. Whatever it is for you, I want you to pause, breathe, and just say thank you. And notice how that changes your experience of it. Notice what that opens up for you. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. With one thing I'm grateful for and one thing I'm growing through. Today, I'm really grateful for palm trees. I feel like I've said this before on the podcast. I live somewhere where palm trees are within my view, within my sight, and they've been something my whole life that have always brought me such peace. And so I just am. I'm so grateful for palm trees and how beautiful they are. And something I'm growing through is trusting that I'm doing enough work on myself. Trusting in the tools that I have, and that trusting that I'm doing everything I need to be doing for my thoughts and my words and my actions. That what I'm doing is enough. Yeah, that's me this week. Okay. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Stay grateful and keep growing. Bye for now. Thanks so much for tuning in today. If this episode resonated, send it to someone you love. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And hey, if you leave me a review on Apple Podcasts and you send me the screenshot, I will send you a free guided meditation called Gratitude for Growth as a thank you gift for supporting the show. Your reviews, subscribes, likes, comments, shares really help me get this content out to even more people. So your support truly does go a long way. You can find the form in the show notes or at www.gratitudegrowth.com. And I hope to see you back here soon as we continue to explore this wild and beautiful thing that we all call life.